everyone, welcome to this special one-off show. A couple of things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the new islands, the biggest thing to happen in Zwift for a number of years now, the Makuri Islands, Japanese-inspired island. I've been out, I've ridden all the routes, got all the badges, so I'm going to look at those in a little bit more detail. We're also on the final week of WTRL Season 3, so we're going into the Surrey Hills this week. My recon is out there, check that out, ready for Tuesday evening. I'll leave a link in the description below. I guess the other important thing, WTRL have announced this new individual rider classification series coming up. It starts sometime in July. I'll share the dates later on when we have a look at the courses in a bit more detail. But we're looking at 10 geographical regions. We're looking at 8 races, these classic races, and 8 different worlds of Zwift. So we're going to look at that in a bit more detail as well. And don't forget, we've got a special one-off show on Wednesday evening in Europe. We're going to be sitting down with Adam from Zwiftaholics. We're going to review Season 3, the stages, the good, the bad, the power-ups, everything ZRL. So don't forget, we'll take your questions live for that event as well. So again, follow a link in that description, hit the ding bell to get notified when we go live, and come and join the conversation. Let's have a look at Mercury Islands in a bit more detail. All right, so Yumazi or the Makuri Islands, what do you guys think? Join the conversation below, leave some comments. I'm really interested to see what you guys think. As I've said, I've gone out, I've ridden all the courses. I really like it. I think there's 8 routes in total. There's 25 kilometers of new roads, 85 kilometers new routes therefore crisscrossing each other. I'm a little bit disappointed there weren't more routes that featured just road. I could only find one route where I think I pretty much stayed on the road all the time. That was the Flatlands Loop. All the other routes you are crossing gravel and dirt roads on a regular basis, which I think could be really interesting from a racing point of view, in terms of bike choice, but in terms of power-ups. You think about the effectiveness that Steamroller, for example, has on those particular parts of the courses and routes. I think it could be really interesting. So let's dive into the routes in a bit more detail and take a look at those. So we've got the Chain Chomper. First of all, this is 13.6 kilometers, 185 meters of elevation. We've then got the Countryside Tour, 15.8 kilometers, 185 meters of elevation. And then the Flatland Loop, as I said, this one is all road, 13 kilometers, 99 meters of elevation. Kappa Quest, 9.1 kilometers, 139 meters of elevation. Sea to Tree, quite a short one there, straight up to the temple, 3.3 kilometers, 107 meters of elevation. And Spirit Forest, 8.4 kilometers, 134 meters of elevation. 3 Village Loop, 10.6 kilometers, 92 meters of elevation. And the 2 Village Loop, 12.8 kilometers, 88 meters of elevation. Map, it looks quite interesting. There's a lot of dirt road. When you actually ride it in the world, it is graphically stunning. There is lots to see. I particularly enjoyed the 2 towns, or the three villages in fact, and I think there's some really interesting spots there to run crit races and crit events. I will say the roads look quite narrow, so it'll be interesting when you've got people going in opposite direction as the world gets a bit busy, what that's like. Certainly when I was crossing the start-finish banner out on the country roads, and you got all the riders that had just spawned there on the left-hand side, it certainly look quite packed out on that road. But again, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Have you ridden it? Have you ridden them all? Are you going to ride them this week? I think the wheel goes into regular rotation in mid-June sometime as well, but we've had it for sort of 7 days or 8 days straight that it's currently in, so it'd be really interesting to see how that goes. All right, so we also have to talk about the Zwift Classics 2021. This potentially is really exciting. We've been involved in the WTRL team events, both in the time trial and the points events that we've been having on a Tuesday night with ZRL. So to have an individual, both time and points classification series that's going to start, I think, the 13th of July and run for 8 weeks could be really exciting. Again, I'm really interested to see how this develops. Thankfully, we've got a bit of downtime through June to prepare and recover, ready for this start in July. I think I'm going to switch. Currently, I'm racing the EMEA West division with a team. I think I'm going to try and find a team to race with in the mornings on a Tuesday, potentially, just so I can get a bit more family time in the evenings on a Tuesday. I did promise them that I wouldn't be racing on Tuesday night, so I've just got to find an alternative way of managing that. But really interesting. 8 worlds, so let's take a look at that in a bit more detail. So far the information we've got: July the 13th, Yorkshire Grand Prix. July 20th, the Apple, so got to be New York, of course. July 27th, a Crit City Slam. That should be fantastic with large numbers involved there. August the 3rd, we're over to Richmond for the Richmond Challenge. August 10th, Watopia Cup. Who knows what course that'll be on. August 17th, we've got the Rundum Innsbruck. August 24th, Trofeo Bologna. And August 31st, London International. So interesting to note that they're not going to use this new region, Mercury Islands, for the Zwift Classics. The regions include New Zealand, Eastern Australia, the Far East, Western Australia, Eastern Europe, Central Europe, Western Europe, America's East, America's Central, and America's West. So mark it in your diaries, guys. This is coming, the Zwift Classic Series 2021, and I'm personally really excited about this and looking forward to getting these recon rides done for these 8 classic Zwift races. So I'm really excited about the Zwift Classics 2021, 10 regions, 8 classic events. I'm really looking forward to actually getting the recons done for this as well. I think it's really interesting that they've left out the new world. Maybe some things can change, some things do change, typically, as we see with some WTRL events as we start to creep up closer to these as well. So let's see what happens. So the other thing, finally, guys, do not forget we've got this live show Wednesday evening in Mayor West. I'll post a link in the description below. Come and join the conversation. I'm joined by Adam Dawson from Zwiftaholics. Myself, got a special team captain guest coming in as well, just chat about how the season's gone, the races, the power-ups, the bike choices, the point system. We're going to talk about it all, and we welcome your contribution and your questions as well, so we'll have a live chat feature on that event. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you very soon.